hooked up into politics, and I got hooked up with the Soul. I remember the Soul. I was starting an organization, Unified Leadership Organization, with blacks were coming to be popular. The population was turning more black, and the whites had to depend upon the blacks to get elected. So we had an organization, and we were very popular at that time. And we were instrumental in putting Moon Landry in, and Moon Landry rewarded most of the blacks with big positions and everything. And then the next election, Forty came up to the election. He and Lombard and Dr. Mignard, the coroner, and we took in we did what you call a marriage. We married, put 4 signs out. When you put one, you put all 4 of them. You know, so we voted for all 4 of them, and we were instrumental enough and lucky enough to win. And so then I went in there as with Forty. I went to work before him, but I was working before I was in the trench, before him. And I've been there in December. I'll be making 29 years that I have been there. When I started out there, and I went over to the jail with 40, all the children were segregated. The children were segregated, and I told them, no, we can't have this. And the blacks on one side of that had a little, I remember this as an incident, they had a little place in the jail, and right across the street, right across the hall from the ward, so I went in there to get some coffee. And there was some little inmate working there, he said, we don't serve niggas in here. I went over there and told the ward, and he said, no, we don't serve in here. So, well, 40 was, before he took over, he was the police, the attorney for the police department, right across down the street. So I went down there and told him. So he came over there and told the ward, he said, I want to tell you something, ward. He said, if I keep you on when I take over, he said, this nigga gonna be your boss. The ward left that Sunday night, we haven't heard from him. And I like to happen. He said, if I keep you on when I come on, this nigga is gonna be your boss. I haven't heard from him since, nothing much else. But when I went there, believe it or not, I built Parish Prison. I built Parish Prison. Everybody in the neighborhood will tell you. When I went there, we had 595 inmates. And of those 595, I guess 12 or 15 of them must have been females. They were segregated. We had one building, one little dark building, and the inmates weren't getting fed, and all the meat was taken out by the deputies. They were eating all the meat. And what they didn't eat, they took home, and all the deputies had on big rings and big Cadillacs, and they wasn't making no money then. I started off, I think, making $595 a month. That was big money then. Oh, that was big money then. And I was making more than them. I can't understand how they could, have all these big things. And when you look into it further, we found out how they were doing. They were stealing everything. They worked with the bombing, getting people out illegal, and stealing this and stealing the food, and the warden had a bakery, his own shop, they had to buy all the bread from him, and et cetera. But we had to do something like they can do it now. We had to clean all that out and get all that straight, because it just wasn't fair to the inmates. And when we first got up there were no blacks who had rank or nothing like that, And so we eventually worked all that out. Now, from that time until now, we started off with one building with 595 inmates. Now we got 14 buildings with 7,000 inmates. I'm not proud of that, don't get me wrong. I'm not proud of that at all. We have 14 buildings with 7,000 inmates, and we have we got black chiefs, black colonels, you name it, we got it and everything. And I stood there to see that we would get that. It didn't come, all of it didn't come easy, don't get me wrong. I had to put up some fights for some of them, and like I told them, when we first went there, no females, especially white, would come working at jail. You look in your history book, Parish Prison was known as the worst prison in the United States, was the dungeon of prisons. They had a big sign right there on Tulane and Broad, careful inmates escaping. They had a sign. They did escape. 10 at a time, but something was going on. They had a big sign, they got a picture of it. Careful, slow inmates escaping across the street. And so, we get paid, somebody, getting them out and everything. But we had to weed all that up. Now, we have had some good times, we've had some rough times up there, I'm going to tell you. I've had some rough times. I have worked 18 to 24 hours, 2 days a week, 5 days a week, and didn't come home. I have earned my money. I make good money now, but I'm not even giving nothing. I earned it. And I'm not proud of it. Right now, I don't have that problem, but I earned that money. When something came up, if I had to be there 18 hours, I'd stay there 18, 19 hours, sleep there until we got it all straight. And then they understood what we meant. Because when we first took over, they had a group of people called the Panthers. You remember the Panthers? They were in jail, and they tore the whole jail. They tore the steel off the wall. The Panthers tore the steel off the wall, took all the toilets up. But one wing, we call it, on one section, the A side, it cost us $150,000 doing that time to fix. And that was plenty of money doing that time to fix. But they had to buy so much wrong to one going on. We just had to let them go in there and let them know that we weren't going to take that. We were going to do things right. And then, after we got everybody understood what we stood for, then the things settled down. We had problems. Don't think we have had any problems now, but we learned from some of our problems. See, we had many problems. I've had problems with different people and everything, but I've been blessed. I've never had any inmate to ever approach me on the street. See, because I treat him like a man went in there. Just because I got you locked down and I'm over you, I don't misuse you. If you got a problem, inmates to tell you, he's hard but he's fair. They respect me anywhere I go. They say, that's a hard man, but he's fair. If you got a problem and the inmate is right, I'll suspend the deputy if he's wrong. If the deputy is right, I'll put the inmate in the hole. Ain't no such thing, because if you're not here for us to punish you, we have to keep you here. And if the deputy didn't do right, they know it. I will suspend them. And that's why all the inmates right now, I knock on wood, thank God, I go anywhere, they say, that's Chief Rudy, that's Chief Rudy. And none of them ever say, well, try and get revenge or anything, because I never misused them. I never even go there, because I knew what it was. Let me tell you, the bottom line in prison, people know what I'm saying, you got inmates been in there 6 to 7 years and not that one person come to visit them. Not one person comes, not one person put a nickel in their account. And they'll tell you, Chief said, I never had love. Nobody never called me and said, get your homework, or pick me up and say, look, I really love you, I missed you. Say, this is my friend jail. I get more love in jail, that's why I stay in jail. All those people in jail, I'm not counting those crack addicts and all that junk now. But all those people in jail, they come to jail looking for something. They got these senior citizens working in the jail now. They do better than all the deputies. They sit down and talk to them and say, you're a fine young man. Say, nobody never told me that before. I mean, they raised their mothers, and rather than their mothers raising them. They live in a project. They never saw their mother. Their mother never came in. Nobody never went to school with them. Nobody never tried to help them get their lessons. Some of them can't read or can't write. Nobody never helped me read and write, Chief. He said, I'm looking for somebody to love me. And they found that love in jail. Some of them come to jail because that's where their bodies are. That's where their people are. And that's where they get recognition at, So I go back there and go, hey, Joe back. Yeah, man, I'm back. I didn't want to be out there. I'm glad to be back. You're glad to be back in jail. I don't want to be in no place where I tell you when to go, where to go, how to go, and when to shut up, when to go to the bathroom, when to brush your teeth, when to eat, when to turn like. No, but I don't want to be like that. But if you sit down there and talk to them enough, you can understand them. Now you got some exceptional, don't get me wrong, and they get hooked up on this dope and everything. You got a problem there. But you got people that just come in and out of jail, in and out of jail. They're looking for something, and they're looking for love, and they never had their parents. They didn't know their mother, they didn't know their father, and nobody never sat down one time and said, I love you, or held them home, said, let's go eat together, or something like that. They had nobody to tell them that. Back then, they sit down and they eat together, they talk and they play. They think that heaven. They never knew anything any better than that. But we try, we have a good chaplain department, and they get around and talk to them, and some of them, they go over. Some of them get out and do right. But most of them is used as a scapegoat, They can sing good and pray good. Once they get out there, I don't need you now, Lord. I'm on my own. I'm going back to do what I've been doing before, And they will tell you they're coming back, and some of them come to church, and they get caught in that little crowd, and wrong place at the wrong time, and they get back in jail. But, and if you sit down and you talk to some of these inmates, they can tell you some stories that really make you stop and think, and make you think that you had it hard. But you got to think, look at some of them, what they had no kind of background, no kind of motherly love, no kind of guardians or nothing like that, no schooling or anything. So that's one reason they end in jail. But the biggest thing I ever had in jail was we took some inmates and working when we were coming back and went over to the children's hospital. If anybody ever tell you they got problems, let them go visit the children's hospital. Let them visit the children's hospital. Those inmates walk around and say, Chief, I ain't got no problem. You got children up there been in there 10 to 8 years, can't see, no mouth, no neck, no arm, and nobody come to judge it. Nobody comes to get the people, women just give them away. That's a sad place. I don't see how people work there. You must have become an alcoholic or something, you know. But somebody got to do it. If you think you got a problem, go to Children's Hospital and just walk around and look at some of the situations that they have there and everything. I have forms on the tier. If you want to see the chaplain, you got to. If you want to see the doctor, if you want to see the social worker, and if you want to see anybody, and those can't help you, then you say you want to see Chief Rudy. Now you can come see me about the doctor, and I'll tell you, I can't tell a doctor what to do, but I'll get you to see the doctor. Now, if the doctor don't give you any satisfaction, you come back to me, then I'll call the doctor and talk to him and see what's the difference between y'all having things. But I have a complete, you come see me anything you want. I'm not going to say I'm going to answer all your questions, I'm going to help you, but you can, and most of them like that, I got a problem with my money and my account, or my store order was wrong, or my visitation sheet, or, you know, I can't get to court, or I have a problem getting to court. I have a problem with my telephone. You have too many problems with the telephones. I have a problem with my medicine. I'm not getting my medicine. Then after you tried everything else, then you come to me. Well, the buck stops with me, you see. And then I'll just try and say, well, this is what we're going to do. And I tell you, if it don't change, come back to see me. And 99% of them come back to see me. Now, other jail, the inmates say, and I'm not going to say they don't do that, Chief. You have a problem, you just left the problem. Say, wait till you go there and see Chief Rudy. He's going to take care of your problem. You know, let me tell you. You got to put yourself in that place. You see a toothache, a man come tell me you got a toothache, I call the dentist, I say, I got a man want to see you right now. And the dentist go and pull it. A toothache may mean nothing to you, but a toothache can mean you're crazy when you're in jail. And you come up there and tell me you missing 25 cents in your account. What is the quality you are there? But 25 cents is a lot of money to that man. He ain't got nothing but all day to figure out what happened to his 25 cents, running crazy. And then if you can't give it 25 cents back, you can't, well, we find it. I'll send him and get a collar and I'll call him over. I want to know where this man's money is. Not that I'm accusing you of anything, maybe I'm honest mistake. He finally said, here, take a pack of cigarettes. Peace of mind. You got a peace of mind, and somebody's trying to find out what happened to you, 25 cents. I sent my clothes to the laundry and didn't get them back. I'll give him some more clothes. Just a peace of mind and say, well, I'll go see him, at least he's going to try and help. Oh, some of them might run out there now. They'll be trying to get over on you. I said, and some of them be trying to get over on you, and I figured out. I said, no, get out. And they go out there and say, oh, he figured it out there. But you got to have peace where they can say, well, the buck stopped there. And then people say, all right, get back with you tomorrow, get back with you. I'm going to tell him. And then when they fill out these papers, they got to pick them up and bring them to me. They got to pick them up and bring them to me. See, and if they don't, then somebody's going to get suspended because an inmate has to have certain rights too. You can't just sit up there and say, I got a toothache for 6 weeks or 6 days, or I can't find my money or something like that, and nobody looks into it. And they say, well, once you go down there, you're going to get an answer one way or another. And I have all the people sitting around there and say, that's your problem. You go up there and check on this store order, or call us for come over here, this man lost something in the lawn or something like that. And they get most of their problems solved. Some of them we go unsolved, we still working on. But most of them we do give them some kind of satisfaction.
So they call you, you're chief of what?
I'm the director of correction.
Director of correction.
Oh, everybody, yeah. I was the only chief, but I was the only chief there. I've made some black chiefs since I've been there in different departments. But I'm the director of correction, I mean, know everybody, you see. But we got some of them that bad chiefs. Sometimes I'm sorry I made some of them because they get lazy after they get a title, you know. And I got what I set out to be, now I'm going to sit down, but that's the only way you're going to keep your title, you got to work. But it works out pretty good sometimes. As long as you can go, I can tell by the question the inmate coming and ask me who's doing their job and not. Everybody coming in, they got a problem with certain things. I say, wait a minute, come in here. Well, I'm not supposed to get these many questions if you're doing your job. I'm not supposed to get this many questions. And every now and then, I can tell who's not performing, who is performing. On the way the people come in and complain about what their problems are. And they figure it out now. They say, well, let me answer that before you get down to the chief, because he's going to be calling me in and asking me what the trouble is. I'm supposed to call you in and what the trouble is. I'm paying you. And the state paying us to take care of these people. And we ain't doing our jobs. I mean, we stealing. And we're stealing the people money. We're not doing our job. When you get to understand that, you know, Most of my problem don't come in with the inmates. Now, most of my problem come with the personnel. We hired all of these welfare people, the young welfare people, and they got the problem. I got 2 women work for me. Between the 2 of them, got 19 children. I see. And I'm giving them a GED. 3. And you know they won't go get it? They complain about, when time to call X, what's his name, go Tripper?
Which one?
X.
Charles?
I sit down there and say, how come everybody hasn't been relieved? Say, oh, Chief, that's been so-and-so, she can't read, she calling them out by numbers. I don't laugh at that, but get your behind over there and go learn how to read. I'm paying you to do it. Oh, I don't want to be embarrassed. You're being more embarrassed calling these inmates out by numbers than reading their name. We paying them to go to school to get a GED. They don't want to be embarrassed. Been all this lives in that 8, 11 children and still can't read. How you know your children's name? Seriously. How do you know your children's name? He might say, no, Mom, I'm Henry, he's Joe. I say, oh, no, you can't read when you see it on paper. And that irritates when they don't want to help. And Brian, they got more of that you say, I say, he say, things, more than the inmates. I mean, that's what gives me the headaches. I mean, you're supposed to be an employee. I'm not supposed to be raising you and watching you. I got the inmates here to raise and watch. And oh, man, this one said, he said. And I got all them senior citizens. I said, go talk to the senior citizens. He said, Chief, we can't do nothing with them. We can do something with them, man. We can't do nothing with them. And then I got to call right back. I mean, you got to make, you hate to fight these kind of people because they're supposed to be trying to get themselves out of a hole, you know what I mean? But man, I tell you, I say, why you hire these countries? Oh, just take them under your wing. I said, man, you done broke my wing. Shit, I got people on my wing. I tell them, you done broke my wing, man. I got all these kind of people. I have more problem with them than me. Oh, but they tell me, you can do it. I know you can do it. I said, yeah, you can do it. I said, when I leave you, I'm going to see who's going to do it too. I mean, they gave you more problems than the inmates.
Right.
Oh. But it's enjoyable. She didn't ask any question.
Yeah, she would just make sure you stayed in the camera. I had one more for, we got like two minutes. I was wondering, like, I know a lot of people from the church get in trouble. This happens a lot. A lot of people from the church get in trouble. They always call Chief. You've been able to help a lot of people out.
I want him to call me. I want him to call me. That's what I'm done for. Not them, everybody. Don't call me about saying my son shook this nigga dope. No. If you got anything, I'll stay there all night helping them. That's what I'm there to. If I can't get this job and help the people, expect the people, I don't need a job. Okay? I got a reputation. Nobody in 29 years has ever said they gave me anything. Nobody can ever tell you that. What I do free for you, partner. What I do free. Nobody can ever bind them. I could be rich right now. I could be really rich. Really rich. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you because that's my job to do. I'm talking about, I want to give you this. Some people send me money. I send it back to them. I say, I don't want your money. I appreciate it. Put it in church. You ain't gonna say you bought me. I'm gonna help you because that's my job. Nobody has ever said they ever gave me one copper penny. So that's what I'm back there to do. If I can't help, I want them to call me. I want them to call me. And then again, you got to be able to, certain things you got to be able to tell certain people about and certain people. You got to keep it under control. Because the person got arrested, and you go tell everybody, they may throw it out, and you don't ruin that whole person's reputation. Not even though some of the neighbors may tell it. Let the neighbor tell it, not you tell it. You came to me and come and say, can you help me? Yeah, I can help you. I'm going to help you. So, you know how to help Byron get out of jail, huh? Well, you help me, but man, you ain't told everybody. It shouldn't work like that. And I'll be glad when they call me. I mean, I get all the students out from Xavier University. The people call and say, yeah, I'll see what I can do. They got Xavier, Tulane, all of them. They call me. It's a stupid thing they put some of these students in jail for. You're going to run a place with a good reputation. You're going to might go and certain degrees. You're going to be a doctor, lawyer. You get certain things that knocks you out, you understand? Not that I'm saying I'm going to try and cover for them doing something wrong, but wait till they get convicted and then you can tell them about it. I mean, because everybody's innocent when they first arrest you. If they see you do it, you're still innocent until proven guilty. And so if you can help the people out there go and tell everybody, they may not tell you then. But you did them more harm than you did them good.